Today, we take things a little bit slower and we use this time to discuss the events happening in our world and how it affects the games we await for every minute. Good day, Tigers. I am Kobe Dial, and we welcome you to this special home edition of the Benchwarmers. So it's obvious that the world is facing a pandemic amidst the outbreak of the coronavirus and it has reached its ways into professional sports. A couple days ago, several major league sporting tournaments closed its doors to fans in hopes to avoid the widespread of this virus. Everything from the Bundesliga to major golf, almost every sport has shut down to address this pandemic. Little did we know that it was already too late for the NBA as two All Star teammates were tested positive for COVID 19. Now, locally, no professional athletes has been reported to carry out the virus, but it did force certain tournaments to close down its doors, including our collegiate tournament, the UAAP. Safety comes first in all of this, and although it's hard to wake up in the morning and not have any games to wait for, the health and well-being of our society is second to none. Today, I am joined once again by Mr. Ken Pasa, who I've done this show with in previous episodes to discuss the impacts of this pandemic in our world of sports. Ken, what is up? How are you doing?
I do. What's up, bro? I it's so weird na you wake up every morning tapos wala kang makikita na sports highlights and then feels weird. Parang di talaga ako sanay kasi usually when I wake up, matik yan. I watch sports agad.
Mm. All right, so this is pretty new to us. We're shooting from home, and I just want to ask you first, like how's it been? It's already been 2 weeks into the quarantine, and how's it been for you?
You know, for me, it's kinda aight, but at the same time, medyo wala akong magawa at home. So I downloaded TikTok. So
Mhm.
and every night, my family we pray for the country, for the world, and I think na it's a time to contemplate and realize na we need to be united as one.
Mm. What does this quarantine for me relations, everything?
I mean, for me, like I think the quarantine means na we have to get used to changes eh. Kasi, di ba sanay tayo na may games and the fans are used to cheering for their teams. But now we're under quarantine and so I think it's preparing us for the future then kumbaga since something might like this might happen again and sports baka mawala ulit yung sport. And yeah, I think it's just the first step of preparing us for kung ano yung mga posibleng mangyari in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, this doesn't extend any
Yeah,
longer
dude.
than how we wanted it to be. But like you said, we don't know how serious. We know how serious it is, right? But
Yeah.
we don't know how long this is gonna take because up until now, there's no cure for it,
True.
and people are recovering. That's a good sign. But
Yep.
there's also a lot of people dying because of this, and safety not just of our athletes, but syempre yung mga fans natin,
Yeah,
pinaka-important.
dude.
Now,
Yes, for sure.
again, I want to ask you, like, how do you think the athletes will be once they get back on the court? Because we don't know. We don't know when they're gonna be
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
It could be a couple months from now. It could be next week. But what do you think is gonna happen to them once they get back on the court?
I think some of them they're gonna be out of shape since yung iba siguro walang equipment or can't train at home
Right.
due to other reasons. Pero the good thing about this is parang ano sila eh, parang they're like caged right now from their sport. And
Yeah.
then once they break free, sobrang intense nung mangyayari in their game. So everyone's gonna be hyped up like more than 100% ibibigay ng lahat. Like imagine like I saw this post ng LeBron ata. I don't know who said it but pagdating daw ng playoffs, it's gonna be more intense because
Yeah.
a lot of people were caged from playing and parang gusto nila ilabas yung lahat.
Uh-huh.
And as an athlete rin, na especially yung mga ongoing yung season, for example, yung volleyball season
Right.
ng UAAP, it's ongoing. And then, at the middle of, actually, hindi pa nga middle ng season it's stopped bigla. Isipin mo yung that time to take a break and refocus dun sa mga natalong, sabihin na sa mga natalong games.
Yeah.
And then, level of intensity pagdating ng competition mismo, since they're all hungry to win and to play. Actually, kahit hindi na yung manalo yung for the sake lang na to play again, competitively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that once they do return, tama ka, it's gonna be super competitive. All of them are have been waiting for so long to get back on the court. But you can't help but imagine the rust that's gonna come with their games. Because this is gonna be like 1 month away from no physical
training.
activity. They're just at home. Unless James, who has like a gym in their house. What about the other guys, like the rookies who don't have that?
Yung mga athletes ng mga schools.
Yeah, especially
na lang sa dorm, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's something really good because, like we said, there's a couple athletes of ours, and I'm pretty sure athletes around the Philippines who got stuck in dorms because of the quarantine. So no physical activity whatsoever, and it's gonna be really hard for them to bounce back this season, don't you think?
Yep. But I think kaya naman nila mag-adjust since, alam mo yung muscle memory ng athletes, it's different from normal people since they're really used to that sport. Even though they don't do it or they were stopped for a long time, kaya nila bumalik again.
Right, for sure. Hopefully, not too much rust once it comes out, because this is different. This is different from like an off season. Kasi sa off season,
and like scrimmages.
Literally just stuck at home. Actually, alam mo sino yung nakaka-benefit dito? Zach Levine has like his own court in the backyard of his house, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, he's injured rin, di ba?
Yeah, but once the season returns, he's not gonna be injured anymore.
Yeah, and ito pala, like, pag balik ng season, like, yung injured players, yung mga malilesen yung mga missed games sila.
Exactly.
We're gonna be... yung mga sinasabi na, for example, in the NBA, Kyrie and KD are injured, pero pagdating ng playoffs, they have a chance to play again and reach the playoffs since nag-break na yung NBA.
And that's actually a good thing. Like, we can... We're gonna be able to see all of these injured players play again, right?
Yes, exactly.
But Ken, let's move on to like my next. This is probably like my final question, but since we're talking about comebacks, which sport do you think we're still gonna be able to watch after this quarantine?
Feel ko lahat naman we're gonna be able to watch them, like. Since I'm not like on TV or
any like able to come back.
Of international, medyo biased, but I think it's the NBA.
Right, of course.
Since the fans grab and watching, and then yung NBA pa they're hyping up the people by posting on their social media accounts mga previous games.
Right.
Yeah, and then locally naman is yung UAAP na volleyball.
Hopefully.
Hopefully matuloy siya. Maayos na yung state ng bansa. Agad. I hope matuloy siya.
Ng mundo.
Yeah. UAAP. Kasi UAAP volleyball, their season was ongoing.
Yeah.
yung tinigil. So, I think after nung suspensions, nung break, they're gonna be back as soon as possible.
Well, hopefully, because it's been an exciting season for all of the sports in the
Yeah, dude.
UAAP, especially for our own, UST teams. It's been great to see. Sadly, it came to a halt, but again, safety comes first, and it's a tough time right now in the world in general. So we hope that everyone stays safe. You want to say, Ken, before we get this show off?
Keep praying and stay safe.
Stay
Yeah,
sanitized.
that's pretty much
We
it.
expect new music from you during this quarantine.
I don't know, man.
Well,
Wala din.
you got time. You got time on your hands,
I
right?
got time.
Right. Pray that this nightmare ends soon enough, and of course, to encourage you to clean, keep healthy, and of course, keep safe 24/7. We also pray for all of those who are affected by this disease, and that we may all recover from this very, very soon. So that does it for our show. Once again, this has been Kobe Diao.
And my name is Ken Paso.
Keeping your seat warm right here on the Benchwarmers. Keep safe, guys.
Peace out.